Now, we already covered a lot of different foods, but this time I want to cover some steak out in the game. Here's the craziest thing. I was over on Yelp and I was looking at different steakhouses, different spots that serve up steak. Everybody's getting 4 or 5 stars, so it took a minute to find this spot called Elaine's. Even had some reviews of individuals that had issues with the steak, but this was like a couple years ago. So I just wanted to get into the latest reviews where they're still talking about the food, and then we want to slide to the spot to see what Elaine's steaks are hitting on or aren't hitting at all, or whatever the case may be. It's your main man, James Brown. Sit back, relax, get comfortable. Let's get into these reviews, baby. Try booking a get-together for a small group. They don't want my business. Nothing more than a complete runaround. Telephone etiquette is less than professional and 0 follow-ups. Too many other places around to be treated far less than a customer. Won't be going back anytime soon, and based on other reviews, I understand how this place has slipped. The only reason I'm giving them a 2 rather than a 1 is they used to run a nice restaurant. Times have changed. They've become independent and non-inviting. My husband and I came here for lunch a while ago. Older lady was rude and the food was cold and quite expensive. They brought out syrup for the hamburger I ordered. We left most of our food behind, won't be back. Ellen. Elaine's is a restaurant I go to monthly when I visit a friend who is a senior citizen that lives in the area. First, I must state the wait staff are friendly and attentive. The owner's son is super friendly and always greets the customers, including myself, with a warm welcome. My problem is with the older woman, I think the owner. During a recent visit in August, on a 95-degree day, I was denied service because I had on a tank top. I would have been fine with the dress code, but the woman, knowing I had been there 20 plus times, was rude and had bad disposition when telling me not to enter. But for my friend who loves it there, I would never return to the restaurant after being treated unkindly. However, he loves Elaine's and I don't want to ruin the dining experience for him. Full disclosure, I had a jacket in the car and was ultimately allowed in. I must point out several women had on tank tops and one of the waitresses had shorts that barely covered her legs. My rating of this restaurant is strictly based on the food. But for my bad treatment, I would not have posted a review, which is negative. But I must reveal the food here is hit or miss. For example, the scrod was not seasoned and the sauce lacked flavor. The vegetables are always overcooked and mushy. The burgers are okay, the fries are delicious. The gyro and ribeye sandwich were both disappointing. And my pet peeve, restaurants that don't toss the salad in the kitchen and have you pour the dressing yourself over the salad, not allowing for even distribution of the dressing. For the positives, my go-to items are the mozzarella sticks, French onion soup, and fries. Alright family, we done heard what we needed to hear about Elaine's. Now I'm just trying to slide up over there and see what this steak is hitting on, if anything at all. Sit back, relax, get comfortable. You already know what happens next. Alright fam, so over here right now at 1841 Berlin Turnpike, Weathersfield, Connecticut, because it's closer to the Weathersfield side than it is over here in Newton, a spot called Elaine's, man. We read the reviews, now it's time to slide in the spot, make it hot, see what they got. And all I want is that steak, baby. Let's roll. Now, family, I don't know what it is right now, but you see me over here looking at this salad, B. But, you know, it is what it is. You got your lettuce. I see a little tomato ball rolling around. It ain't really rolling nowhere. It's just round and pudgy like me. I just went ahead and said, you know, the only thing I could do is add some color to the salad. So I started pouring out some honey mustard up off on that thing right there. And that honey mustard thick too. I was expecting that creamy dream on the honey mustard. I ain't get no creamy dream. I got something that was thicker than a Snicker, thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, thicker than some Instagram models after a BBL type thick up off over on my salad. But I still wasn't going to mess with it. It really don't matter. I just did that for y'all for visual effects. I hope you liked it. Moving right along. But you know I had to go ahead and get into this bun right up off over here. That bun got it going on too, family. I'm talking about when you get that bun fresh up out the oven, that dough done puffed up with pride, and you serve that off to the people and they sink their teeth up off into that thing right there. Soft, succulent, divine for my time, warm, comforting. Talking to me, dame, do you like rolls? Yes, I'm fat. I love rolls. Feed me, baby. Feed me. This is what I'm talking about. I think warm butter rolls need to be delivered before every dinner. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. There's a little whole bunch of sugar up off in that thing right there. And I know y'all counting calories. Don't count these calories. This roll bumping. But I'm not here for the roll. I'm not even here for the garlic bread situation like that. Garlic bread with mozzarella. I do have expectations. I have expectations that when you have the bread and you take a bite of delight on the bed, when you pull up off on that mozzarella right there, you're supposed to get a fresh mozz pull just a little bit. I wasn't getting no pull whatsoever. That's when I knew my whole entire garlic bread with mozz situation, that wasn't no mozz for real, for real. That was the knockoff mozz. That was that boo-boo the fool mozz right there. I don't know about that mozzarella right there. That's mozza fakey, man. That's fakey mozz right there. The mozza just, in the bread itself, that was supposed to be garlic bread, baby. That was regular basic bread. There was no garlic attached to that. It really doesn't matter when that steak came out, though. Family, do y'all see this steak? Let me go ahead and cut up off into this steak. Do you see what I see? This thing is juicy. This steak is dripping right there. That's the type of drip when you step out and you know you clean when you step out the house. You already did the shoe check. You know the socks are matching the shirt matching the drawers. Family, you know the vibes when you got them jeans on right there, whether it be a hoodie that you're rocking, a button up that you're rocking, it really doesn't matter. You know color coordinated, you got that lock. That's exactly what the steak do. Oh my goodness, you know when I took that bite, I lost my mind, fam. That bite right there, it just literally dissipated in my mouth. It slid down with ease. I didn't have to do much chewing on that steak. That steak was made for individuals that are in touch with themselves. The food lover in you that likes to traverse from restaurant to restaurant looking for some of the best bites out there. And let me tell you something, family. Oh, hashi tashi. That steak right there is hitting. No slaps to the face. That steak right there is hitting. No baseball to the bat. That steak right there is hitting something proper. We got to get to Yelp, man. We got to really, really break this thing down, something proper. Sit back, relax, get comfortable. Y'all know what happens next. All right, y'all. So we already had our experience over at Elaine's. And now it's time for us to go ahead and break Yelp off something proper. Towards the end of the Berlin Turnpike rests this restaurant called Elaine's. And I was going to find out about both the service and their steaks. I was on a whole entire mission after reading the reviews. I was seated instantly upon my arrival. And though it wasn't packed for lunch or anything, the few people that were there, myself included, were all well received, and the gentleman working ensured that everyone was both comfortable and enjoying their meals. The elderly woman spoken of in the reviews came a bit later, and for the most part, she roamed about the restaurant just checking on things, but didn't interact with the customers, and so there isn't much that I can say about her, but it doesn't matter, for I'm here for the food anyway. I ordered garlic bread with mozzarella, and before it had arrived, they came out with the house bread, which was fresh from the oven with 2 small butter options off to the side. The soft chew that came shortly after sinking my teeth into the roll was warm and soft, inviting if you will, as if you were coming in from being out in the cold for hours and family had the fireplace going just for you. It did not need butter, but I applied some anyway, and as the butter melted into the dough, I took another happy little bite of bliss. Maybe 3 minutes later, my garlic bread arrived with mozzarella, and though it was decent, it lacked the garlic flavoring and the mozzarella cheese itself missed the mark a bit. Not really cheesy, almost as if it were a basic slice from a grocery store from some off-brand, and it left me with the meh vibes. But I wasn't here for the garlic bread. I want to get at that steak, baby. My steak arrived roughly 10 minutes later, and just how I ordered it too, medium. Definitely a pink center and some nice fatty edges. Seared with a side of lovin', and my first bite was a step into steak heaven. Juicy, flavorful, exciting to the taste buds, tender and savory. I had it all within my sirloin and I was not upset about it at all. The baked potato and veggies were fine, but it was the steak that awoke the beast within, and I have no complaints about that at all. All right, fam, I greatly appreciate y'all rocking out with me with this worst series again. Past couple reviews I've been extra excited about because we were able to take the underdog and showcase some of their greater values, some of their greater points within the restaurant and with the food game. So I definitely want y'all to keep that up because we never know where we're going to go next. But hit me up in the comment section below and let me know, what worst restaurant food should we beat up? Shemaine Me and Dame drops. Y'all better keep it crispy out there.
Game drop.